Hello my fellow trader friends, how you doing today? Great to have you with me. I wanted to go over a BOSA trade here that happened this morning, Monday on September 19th. So let's take a look. Here is one of our favorite spreads, the ZMZL. So that's the bean meal versus the bean oil spread. So that's this blue histogram here. And at the open we had a good pop up and price retreated. Now normally I look to be buying if it holds the yellow line. It didn't, so price went down. We started seeing the fast-moving average going down as well. And I was drawing these exhaustion triangles as price went down. So these triangles are basically when we move from a new low, which is the left edge of the triangle, to a high that doesn't exceed the prior triangle high, the prior swing high. And it goes down below that to a new low. So you see triangles are always kind of angled down at the base, downward to the right. And these exhaustion triangles is what I'm using as a basically an entry vehicle and a stop loss locator. So when these triangles form, you want to put a buy order to break out when we buy above the high of that triangle's apex right there. That one didn't get hit. This one, it's a little off here. Let's see if I can draw it better. It's really up to that level. So we were looking to get long at that point. Didn't get filled, came close. Saw another push down higher to another newer push lower. And that was the buy level at this point in time. And as you can see, we reverted to the mean very nicely. The expectation was also something to consider. This market tends to open downward and then move upward into this is about 1130 right here. And that is what our red, you can see them back here, they're the red expectation dots down here, and then they're green above the yellow line. So when we expect to be below the midline, they're red. And when we expect to be above the midline, the yellow line, they're green. And this information is known in advance. So here we go. So this is a screenshot of what the chart looked like at that morning period. So the expectation was low here and then a move upward. So we were expecting to move higher. So we were expecting to move higher at that point. You can see the expectation line is straight up here. So that gives us cause to be a buyer. And we bounced off of the oversold volatility bands, which are this green dotted line and the red solid line, and we started seeing as additional confirmation we had our cycle dots coming into play, so that's great. And this was a great move upward. We saw another possible trade here. This is an exhaustion triangle in the downward direction where you'd be a seller if it broke below this level, and it had a little move down into some cycle dot action. So there is an expectation for it to go downward through the end of the day and finish lower than the midline. So it was a short expectation. It did find some validity here, and then we moved higher. And at the end, a telltale close, we moved down into the close, which is what we expected from our average expectation there. So this was a good day for the bean meal, bean oil spread. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for joining me.